Did you know that some birds are so tough they hunt young crocodiles? It sounds like something out of a prehistoric movie, but it's just another day in the life of the shoebill. This incredible bird, with its intense, unblinking stare and massive bill, is one of Africa's most fascinating and bizarre creatures. Often called the metal bird for its steely gray feathers and statuesque posture, the shoebill looks like a relic from a long-lost era. Its very presence seems to command respect and honestly a little bit of fear, as it stands motionless in the swamps, a silent guardian of its watery domain. Observing one in its natural habitat is a truly humbling experience, connecting us to a wilder, more ancient world. Although people sometimes call them shoebill storks, these birds are actually in a class of their own. Taxonomically, they are the only living species in their entire family, the Balaenicipidae. Their closest living relatives aren't storks at all, but rather pelicans and herons. This unique evolutionary path makes them a living fossil, a singular branch on the avian family tree. Scientists believe their only confirmed ancestor was a giant bird named Goliathia that stood over 2 meters tall, which helps explain the shoebill's impressive size and commanding presence. They are truly one of a kind, a testament to the incredible diversity that evolution can produce over millions of years, and a puzzle for ornithologists who study their lineage. The shoebill is a specialist, perfectly adapted to a very specific environment. You can find these birds exclusively in the vast freshwater swamps and marshes of eastern and central Africa. Their range stretches from South Sudan and Ethiopia all the way down to Zambia, with the largest populations found in the massive wetlands of South Sudan. They thrive in these murky, poorly oxygenated waters because their favorite food lives there. The shoebill prefers areas with a mix of open water channels and dense floating vegetation, like papyrus and water lilies, which provide cover for both the hunter and its prey, creating the perfect stage for its ambush tactics. This swampy home is essential for their survival, as it dictates everything from their diet to their physical build. The muddy bottoms and floating mats of plants are why the shoebill has such long legs and enormous widespread toes, which help distribute its weight so it can stand perfectly still on unstable surfaces for hours. These wetlands are often difficult for humans to access, which has helped protect the shoebill from disturbance. However, these same habitats are now under threat from drainage for agriculture and human settlement, putting the future of this specialized swamp king in a precarious position. Without these specific swampy ecosystems, the shoebill simply cannot survive. The shoebill is a truly massive bird, standing as tall as a child and possessing a wingspan that can rival a small airplane's. An adult can reach a height of over a meter, with some exceptional individuals recorded at 152 centimeters, or 5 feet tall. Despite this towering stature, they are surprisingly lightweight, weighing between 4 and 7 kilograms. This is thanks to their hollow bones, a common trait among large flying birds that allows them to take to the air. Their wings are incredibly broad, spanning up to 260 centimeters, about 8.5 feet, which allows them to soar gracefully on thermal updrafts with slow, powerful wing beats, conserving energy as they survey their territory from above. Of course, the most iconic feature of this bird is its gigantic shoe-shaped bill, which is where it gets its name. This bill is the third longest of any bird in the world, but it boasts the largest circumference, making it incredibly powerful. It's not just for show, it's a lethal weapon. The edges of the bill are razor-sharp, perfect for slicing through tough fish skin and vegetation. The upper mandible ends in a sharp hooked nail that the bird uses to stab and impale its slippery prey with deadly precision. This formidable tool is what allows the shoebill to dominate the food chain in its swampy home, tackling prey that other wading birds wouldn't dare to challenge. Beyond its famous bill, the shoebill's other features are just as wonderfully adapted for its life in the swamps. Its long, spindly legs and enormous feet act like natural snowshoes, allowing it to stand on floating vegetation without sinking. The middle toe alone can be up to 18 centimeters long, providing incredible stability as it waits patiently for a meal to swim by. This ability to stand perfectly still for hours is a key part of its hunting strategy. Its slate-gray plumage provides excellent camouflage against the murky water and shadowy reeds, making it nearly invisible to unsuspecting fish swimming below. Every part of the shoebill is finely tuned for survival in its challenging habitat. Even the shoebill's eyes are unique, positioned on the front of its head rather than on the sides like many other birds. This placement grants it excellent binocular vision, allowing it to judge distances with incredible accuracy. When a shoebill locks its intense yellowish eyes on its prey, it can calculate the perfect moment to strike with breathtaking speed and precision. This forward-facing gaze gives it a strangely human-like and intelligent appearance, but it's a purely practical adaptation for a predator that relies on a single explosive lunge to catch its food. From its feet to its eyes, the shoebill is a masterclass in evolutionary design. The shoebill is a master of patience, employing a hunting technique known as collapsing or statue fishing. It will stand utterly motionless in the shallow water for hours on end, sometimes looking more like a gray, weathered statue than a living creature. It waits for the perfect moment when an unsuspecting fish comes to the surface to breathe. Its preferred meals are lungfish and bichirs, ancient types of fish that have the ability to breathe air. This is no coincidence. These fish must surface regularly, and the shoebill exploits this behavior. When the prey is within range, the bird lunges forward in a sudden, violent burst of motion, collapsing its entire body into the water to snatch the fish. Once it has its prey firmly clamped in its massive bill, the real work begins. The shoebill uses the sharp edges of its bill to decapitate the fish before swallowing it whole. This might seem gruesome, but it's an efficient way to handle large, struggling prey. It will often shake its head vigorously to clear away any mud or vegetation that came up with the catch. In addition to lungfish, the shoebill's diet can include frogs, water snakes, lizards, and even baby crocodiles and large monitor lizards. They have also been observed cleverly hunting near hippos, which churn up the water and scare fish towards the waiting bird, showing a remarkable intelligence and adaptability in its hunting strategies. Unlike many bird species that live in flocks, shoebills are profoundly solitary creatures. They are highly territorial and prefer to hunt and nest alone, keeping a significant distance from their neighbors. A breeding pair might defend a territory of several square kilometers, aggressively driving away any intruders including other shoebills. This solitary nature is likely tied to their hunting method. A crowded swamp would mean fewer opportunities for a patient ambush predator. They are monogamous and form long-lasting pair bonds, but even mated pairs often forage at opposite ends of their territory, only coming together for nesting and raising their young. Communication between these quiet birds is as strange as their appearance. They are mostly silent but engage in a unique behavior called bill clattering. By rapidly clapping their upper and lower mandibles together, they produce a loud, hollow, and machine gun-like sound. This noise, which sounds like a jackhammer, is used as a greeting between mates at the nest, and also as a warning to rivals or potential threats. Young chicks also learn to clatter to beg for food from their parents. This percussive sound echoing across the silent swamp is one of the most distinctive and haunting calls in the African wilderness, a true symbol of the shoebill's unique character. The reproductive life of the shoebill is a harsh lesson in survival of the fittest. After reaching sexual maturity at around 3 years of age, a monogamous pair will build a large, flat nest on the ground or on floating vegetation. The female lays 1 to 3 large, chalky white eggs, but it is incredibly rare for more than one chick to survive. The parents typically raise only the firstborn or the strongest chick. Sibling rivalry is intense, and the older, larger chick will often kill its younger siblings. The parents do not intervene, focusing all their energy and resources on the one most likely to make it to adulthood, ensuring the survival of their strongest offspring. Raising even a single chick is a monumental task. For the first few months, the parents are constantly at work. One parent will stay to guard the nest against predators like crocodiles and monitor lizards, while the other forages for food. The parents bring back whole fish, which the chick must learn to swallow. They also exhibit remarkable care by using their massive bills to scoop up water and douse the chick and the eggs to keep them cool under the harsh African sun. If the surviving chick makes it through these difficult early months, it will fledge at around 100 days old. With a potential lifespan of over 30 years in the wild, a successful shoebill chick has a long life ahead. Despite their resilience and formidable nature, shoebills are facing a precarious future. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN, lists them as a vulnerable species. Their population is declining, with current estimates suggesting there are only around 5,000 individuals left in the wild. The vast majority of this population, perhaps up to 80%, resides in the wetlands of South Sudan, making their survival heavily dependent on the stability and conservation of that single region. This concentration in one area makes the entire species extremely susceptible to localized threats like habitat loss or civil unrest. The primary threats to the shoebills' survival are almost entirely human-caused. The drainage of swamps for agriculture, cattle grazing, and oil exploration is destroying the specific habitats they need to hunt and nest. Pollution from these activities also degrades the water quality, impacting the fish populations they rely on. Furthermore, shoebills are sometimes hunted for food or captured for the illegal zoo and pet trade, where their bizarre appearance makes them a highly sought-after prize. Each bird removed from the wild is a significant loss to a small and slow-breeding population, pushing these magnificent modern dinosaurs one step closer to extinction. Protecting their swampy homes is the only way to ensure their survival.